I just saw a guy walk by, of course I flipped out on, with a Bathory shirt on. Like from the first album, the gold cover. They had like a white one and a gold one. It was like yellowish, whatever. It was do black people have any other dog except pit bulls? Does the CIA issue that to them with the gun? So I just freaked out. I didn't even think about it. I do this shit all the time, and I'm sure I look like a fucking maniac. But I see Iron Maiden, and I get pretty excited. I don't get like crazy, but you know, probably the most I popped for sure. I usually pop for all of them. Yeah, nice shirt, man, nice shirt. People do that to me too. If I'm rocking a punk or metal thing. How many metal fans and punk fans are the most like die hard? If you ever want to like keep a career in music, just get involved in one of those genres and you let people follow you around so you die. So yeah, I that was the biggest pop I ever got for sure. Was that the bathroom? Let me go over here. Hang on a second. Oh, now we're going. Yeah, it was I was editing a video this morning, and I knew I was trying to talk about something else. I forget what it was. Who the fuck knows? And I immediately started in on the whole black people thing. You know, because it's just, you know why it pulls my mind. They were never here before. We didn't have them here before. They didn't exist here. We had Charles, who raked his front yard. The homeless bearded black guy, the one that I say hi to sometimes in the videos. We had him, and then we had another homeless guy that was a preddy, what do you call it? A child liker, and he ended up dying. So that was kind of it. You know, occasionally you'd see one on vacation. You know, the stupid family brings a neighbor, but this wasn't their kind of thing. You know, the only ones that lived here, like historically, were maybe people that were in the military. But it's like, even still, it's impossible. It's so expensive to live here. I was just reading something not too long ago that says to live comfortably in Hawaii, like a normal person, you got to generate $150,000 a year. $150,000 a year. So just let that sit, and then think about the problem we're having here with this giant influx. I don't think these people are paying $150,000 a year. I mean, the government's paying for them. That bill must be astronomical, because everything hit. You know what? I'm doing it again. I'm fucking doing it again. Want to talk about something else? I'm talking about them. I'm talking about that. I was thinking, like, you know, lately that I just kind of have to let them go. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do about it, right? They're annoying. Shit, yeah, and you know, you don't want anyone you love near them. It's fucking, they do tend to murder and all kinds of fucking shit. To get away, stay away, of course. But I had this sort of epiphany when I was watching a video on TikTok, not TikTok, Twitter. One of the many videos that fill up the timeline now that they make police wear the body cameras. They're supposed to be to keep the cops from being, you know, racially brutal and killing black men. And instead, it's just delivered the kind of stuff we see now every day, all day. But as I'm watching this new one with a family that was doing, actually they were on TikTok. I watched it on fucking Twitter. They were doing this dance for their EBT. They had $3,000 in EBT, and they were at in the supermarket, and it was a family doing a dance about the EBT. You know, they all had their own little spot. The little kid does the robot or whatever. They all did their thing, you know. But and you're just looking at it, and you're like, fuck. But then, right? I'm like, they don't know. They don't know. We know. don't think they're doing anything wrong. You just gotta let them be. You know, I know it gets annoying. Like George Washington was black. Every building in America was built by black people. Hip hop is actually music. Let them think whatever the fuck they want. I just gotta let them go. I gotta let them go. I can't like, that can't fill up my brain space anymore. I'm not giving that to them. It's about the only thing they're not getting. They get fucking everything else. But yeah, that's the end for me in that problem. I've covered it extensively here. I watched it happen here, you know, over the past 5 years. How, you know, I remember the videos where I used to count them in my neighborhood, and I would fucking come home like apoplectic, like, yeah, I counted 12 black people in the neighborhood. What the fuck is going on, man? You know, it was, to me, that was 12 was like, what the fuck, we're being invaded. Not knowing that we'd be, you know, where we are now, where it's like Baltimore in 1987, about that year, maybe Baltimore in like 86, maybe even, depends on what part of Baltimore you're in. That's where we're at now. And with them has come all the bullshit. All the bullshit. There's a whole funny other part in this too, because they filled up all the buildings around here, and they come into my building too. We never had them in my building before, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about them, because it's kind of funny. We've always had the occasional flyer that would go up in our elevator saying, "Hey, there's gonna be a meeting of the tenants or whatever on this day, yada yada." Then the flyer would come down. Now we have a potpourri of fucking cornucopia, crazy quilts, fucking dime dozen of fucking different colored flyers in the elevator, saying stuff like, "Hello, please keep your dogs in your unit. Do not let them run around free in the shared spaces." Blah, blah, blah. This whole thing about it. Another one is, "Please do not do any car repairs in the garage. You can change windshield fluid, but don't try to do anything more extensive than that, please." That's a separate flyer. And then there's a flyer that says, "Please do not tie up the back car wash area," which people use for car wash, "with rented cars and company cars. These are for vehicles that people own," because I don't know if you know, the black people, they rent cars. They'll have like a little bit of money left, and they'll forego eating to get like a cool looking car, so people think they have money. It's all surface in that fucking culture, all surface. But they all know, because they're all doing it too, so it's like, who are you fooling? Anyway, they're not fooling us. So there's that. There's another one that was, "Please do not throw things off the lanai." Some maniac was throwing things off. You know, maybe garbage or whatever, just fucking chucking things, hawking things over the fucking side. These are all things normal people don't. We never had those fucking flyers before, because people don't do that shit. Do you know what I mean? And that's only like 4 of them. There's 6 of them right now. So I'll get a picture of them later to include in this video. In fact, that's what I will do. But yeah, man. It sucks. There's one family at the end of my floor, and I say hi to them. They're, you know, I'm nice to individual black people that are nice to me. You know, I'm not like gonna be rude. You know, if that's what has to happen, then yeah, I'm cool, or as cool as I can muster. So they're at the fucking end of the hall. At the end of out in front of when I walk out of my, the halls are outside. So when I walk out my door, you're basically, see these fucking things? No, not those things. Those things are closed. Anyway, it's like these things. These things, the doors line them. You open the door, you're outside, and you have a walkway. It's not really that big. can maybe fit 2 people across. Me and Nia can walk together. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. But the black people decide to put a shelving unit next to their door outside. At first I thought they were just moving it or getting rid of it, but then they started putting stuff on it. Plants and shit like that. And they're right next to the fire exit. So you can't fucking do that because people need to walk through there. Especially if it's a fucking fire exit. But it sat there for over a month now, and I'm friends with the building manager. I know he's seen it. He just doesn't want to deal with it. And I don't blame him. You can't tell them. Like, even the flyers. They're not going to read those. That would require fucking, reading. And it's like the fucking... The thing is, if you came to them and said, hey, guys, you can't have your pit bulls running around here. They're going to eat a baby. It would immediately become, you're only saying this to them because they're black and you are racist. Everyone knows that's the move. So you can't really say anything. You got to put up these little flyers in the fucking elevator and be like, please, guys, please. But it's a waste of time. And that's kind of what it all hit me. It's like, nothing you do. What are you going to do? You want to scoop them up and fucking send them somewhere? No. You can't do anything. They're here. You just got to fucking live with it. And the more fucking attention I give to it, the more it just sucks my soul. It's just... people told me I'd never see them here. They did. They told me, oh, you have to worry about that. Yeah, it's too expensive. How are you going to get here? Fucking CIA. CIA gay. Am I right, ladies? So, yeah, I'm going to... see, now I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to talk about anything. I'm going to go in, but I'm going to get the... I'm going to finish the cigarette. And, look grumpy, I guess. And then I'm going to... go up in the elevator and take some photos. So I'm breaking up with black people. I don't care what they're doing. I'm not going to fight with them on Twitter anymore. It's all over. It's over. I got to go my way. They got to go their way. And guy in the middle says, what do you want with me? I'm going to take the fucking highway. Chill then. Chill, we take the highway. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for visiting. And as always, don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.